Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Yes, here it is, the Blue Marvin. Yes, I thought I needed to add something, and I was looking at the matriarch. Obviously I've been banging on about that for years, for ages, saying that was the next thing on my shopping list, but unfortunately it still looks like it's going to be a long way off. So as an interim stopgap, if you like, I thought I'd get the Blue Marvin. So far I'm very impressed with it. I have a few little reservations, but more on that later. A quick rundown, you know exactly what this is all about. You've got your VCOs, your VCF, your VCAs, your envelope generators, and a whole raft of stuff to impact on the modulation level. I found it to be solid. The sliders are good. The rockers are a little bit rocky, but I can live with that. Now, moving on to things, not the pros and cons, because I don't like the idea of negative, positive. It's just generally good all round, but I found that the controls for tuning incredibly sensitive, in that the slightest touch can knock it massively out of tune, and I did it half an hour ago. I set this patch up, which incidentally is straight out of the original Korg, original ARP, not Korg, the original ARP 2600 patch book. I tapped, just by accident, just touched one of the sliders in one of the VCO, I think it was VCO3, and the thing went massively out of tune. So much so I couldn't get it back where it was, but as with the way of things, I actually discovered something else. So yeah, swings and roundabouts. The other thing I have noticed is that in the filter you have two options. You've got two filter types, which is nice, but I have yet to hear any difference. Now it could be the way I'm using it, or in my limited time with it, I haven't set up a filter of any description that really does allow the difference in the two filters to show the shine through. But at the moment I've heard no difference. The reverb, which is a spring in a tank, great, but just hasn't got enough of a tail on for me. When you've absolutely got it full on, it does what all reverbs do, which is decrease the volume, but it doesn't seem to have the depth that I would like. But not a problem, again, I can overcome that with external gear, but it's nice to have. The only other reservation, and this has been my main reservation with all of Behringer's gear really, are the patch ports. As you can see on the Mother 32, etc., actually that's a subharmonicon, but there's a little nut holding the patch port, yes, it's a patch port, I'll call it that anyway, onto the faceplate, which means that as you patch in and out, you're applying all the pressure and strain onto the faceplate and not beyond into the PCB, which is what these are doing. So my concern will be, over the years of plugging and unplugging, will I cause a strain on the PCB, dry joints, etc.? I mean, only time will tell. They feel solid, I have to give it to them. They feel absolutely solid. But my concern is that the strain will be taken inside on the solder joints. I guess we'll see. Anyway, enough of me blurbing on about nothing. Let's have a listen to it, shall we? I'm just going to play in, you can't see down here, I've got an Arturia key step down here, which I've just sending MIDI data through, which is just an ARP via Ableton. Let's just see what it sounds like. Very nice.